The road that wouldn't end. There are roads, my friend, quiet ones, forgotten ones, roads that stretch longer than they should, not because of distance, but because of the weight you're carrying when you walk them. And some men walk those roads for years. Tonight, the tavern has drifted into a lonely stretch of nowhere. No village, no city lights, just an endless dirt path stretching horizon to horizon, as though time itself is holding its breath. And into this quiet comes a man, boots torn, breath ragged, his eyes carrying storms he's never looked at long enough to name. The kind of man who's been running so long he's forgotten what stillness looks like. Before this tale begins, though, my friend, if you ever feel like your life has become an endless road, just know that you're not alone, and this one's for you. If these stories help you breathe a little easier, don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you never miss the nights when the tavern opens its doors just for you. The wind outside carried the sound of dry grass brushing against itself, like the whispering of anxious thoughts. The tavern's lanterns flickered gently, warming the wooden walls with amber light. I was polishing a glass when the door opened. A man stepped in, then froze, as though surprised to find shelter at all. His shoulders were pulled tight. His hands shook, not from cold, but from something chasing him inside his own mind. He didn't sit at first. Runners never do. They're too used to being ready to leave. Finally, he slid onto a stool. He didn't order food, didn't ask for a drink, just stared at the bar, as though hoping the wood grain would tell him how to breathe again. I poured him water into a cup and placed it gently in front of him. He didn't look up, but his voice cracked as he whispered, "Does this road ever end?" I asked him which road he meant. He swallowed hard. "The one I've been on my whole life." "Ah, that road. Not dirt, not stone, but something you see beneath your feet. The road made of fear, of unresolved things, of truths you refuse to face because you're sure they'll ruin you." He wasn't running from danger, he was running from himself. "Rest," I told him gently, "just for a moment." He shook his head. "I can't stop." He said it the same way a drowning man says, "I can't let go." Because staying still meant feeling something he'd been outrunning for years. But every runner reaches a point where the running hurts more than the thing behind them. He was right on the edge of that moment. The tavern dimmed itself, as it often does when hearts are heavy. The walls seemed to lean in closer, not to trap him, but to listen. I asked gently, "What started the running?" He laughed, a brittle sound, sharp as broken glass. "Everything," he muttered. "My mistakes, my failures, the people I disappointed, my father's expectations, my own expectations. I kept thinking if I stay ahead of it all, I won't have to feel like I failed." His hands trembled again, not from the cold, but from the truth. He had been sprinting away from his own reflection. I ruin things, he murmured, and if I stop, it'll catch me. What will? I asked softly. He stared at the table. Who I've become. Those 4 words broke something open in the room. The tavern's windows fogged with a silent exhale. The fire hummed low. Even the floorboards softened under his feet. You see, my friend, the tavern knows pain when it enters, and it knows when a soul is finally ready to stop lying to itself. He whispered, I don't I don't want to be this man anymore. I rested my hands on the bar and leaned forward. That's good, I said. It means he's not who you truly are. He blinked, confused. So I told him, the version of you that you fear facing, he's not your enemy. He's just the last chapter you never read. You can't heal a wound that you won't look at. He closed his eyes. Tears slipped out silently, rebelliously. He didn't wipe them away. He was tired of pretending he wasn't hurting. And tired men, broken men, lost men, they don't need advice. They need a place to stop running. The tavern dimmed again. Not darkness, just calm. Look at me, I said softly. He did. You are allowed to stop. The words hit him like he'd waited decades to hear them. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to choose a different road. You are allowed to come home to yourself. And for the first time all night, his breathing slowed. Silence stretched between us, a gentle one, the kind that comes after a storm passes. The man wiped his face with the back of his hand. I don't know how to go back, he whispered. Good, I answered, because you're not going back. You're going forward, but this time with yourself, not away from yourself. He stared into the cup I'd given him earlier. I don't know who I am anymore. You're someone who stopped running, I replied. That's where all the real journeys begin. He let that sink in. Then slowly, he reached for the cup, both hands around it, holding it like something fragile, something sacred. Outside, the endless road shifted. You wouldn't have noticed unless you were looking, but I saw it. Where the path had once stretched on forever, it now ended just a few feet from the door, the way most roads do, when a man no longer needs to escape. He took a long breath, deep, steady. I think, he murmured, I think I'm going to stop running. I nodded. And when you rest, I said, you'll realize your past wasn't chasing you. It was waiting for you to stop so it could stop hurting. He smiled, small, trembling, but real. And when he stepped outside the tavern, the road before him was no longer endless. It was simply a path, and he walked it not as a man fleeing, but as a man choosing. The tavern and I watched him go, Then gently the world folded and we drifted once again. My friend, if your life has felt like an endless road, if you've been running from thoughts, memories, mistakes, or versions of yourself you don't want to face, let this story remind you. You don't heal by outrunning the past. You heal by finally letting your feet touch stillness. You are allowed to stop. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to return to yourself. And whenever you need a place to breathe, the tavern will find you again. Hi all, thank you for making it to the end of another video. I appreciate you beyond words. Tonight's episode was about running, but really it was about fear and also the needing to be brave. So if you find yourself running from situations in your life, take a moment, slow down, and breathe. Remember that you are allowed to heal and move and become something better. So look at yourself in the mirror today, be proud, keep your chin up, because you really are an awesome person. If no one else tells you that today, let me be the first. You're awesome, and thank you for being here. Take care of yourself, and be well.